So a lot of people think the only way to make homeownership more affordable is if the housing market crashes and all of a sudden that $400,000 home becomes a $200,000 home. Now, can home prices soften here in the near future? Absolutely. But this housing market crash that you see a lot of people talk about in these YouTube videos that's going to somehow make homeownership so much more affordable than it currently is today is highly unlikely, in my opinion. So moving forward, I think one of the biggest trends and honestly one of the best ways to make homeownership much more affordable is not only focusing on buying cheaper, but also buying smarter. And this brand new construction home right here in Capitol Heights, Maryland is a perfect example of that. And I'll tell you how. This home has 6 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms with 4,000 square feet of living space spread across 2 levels. So 2,000 square feet on the top level and approximately 2,000 square feet on the bottom level. Now, what's interesting about the home is the bottom level has its own completely separate living space and a fully permitted kitchen. So this isn't your typical home. This home was clearly built with flexibility in mind for those buyers who don't mind buying a home and living with family members or even close friends, because the home still offers you a good amount of space and also separation. And it also offers you the benefit of dramatically reducing your monthly housing costs because you're coming together with family or friends to purchase a home like this. So this is how you buy smarter instead of waiting on the housing market to crash. Because listen, people have been telling me the housing market is going to crash since 2017. Which is 9 years ago. So anyway, let's go in, let's tour the home, and I'll reveal what the list price of this home is after the tour. And I'm also going to go over what the mortgage payments are at the current list price. So while we tour the home, drop your best guess as to what you think the list price is down in the comments below. If this is your first time here, my name is Bashir and I help families and individuals all across Maryland, DC, and Virginia buy and sell homes. So if you have any plans of doing that anytime soon, feel free to reach out to me. All my contact details are down below in the comments and also in the description. Okay, so here we go. We're in Capitol Heights, Maryland, right on the DC border. We're just right off US 50 highway. And let me preface this video by saying this. The goal of this home tour is not necessarily to show you a home with all these bells and whistles. Right? I want to focus more so on functionality and how this sort of living situation could improve or reduce housing costs. That's the main focus of this video. So it's not necessarily one of those videos that's going to, I mean, listen, the home is nice. It's neat. It's clean. But that's not the sole focus of this video. So we have off-street parking right here with this driveway. This is our front yard. And as you can see, this is a split level home. We've got the front door right there. And we also have a side entry for that lower level unit, which of course we're going to check out. Okay, so let's head in and see what we're working with. So this is our traditional split level home. New construction, 2025 built. So right as we walk in, this is our lower level and this is our first level. So let's start off with the first level, which would be the main level of the entire home. So we have 3 bedrooms on this level, 1, 2, and 3. And then we have our kitchen over there. And then to the right, we have this would be, I guess, a combo of dining room and also family room. And it's the same setup on the lower level. 3 bedrooms, kitchen, the whole 9. Let's start off with this first. Let's take a look at the bedrooms and then we'll work our way back out here. So this is our first room. The bedrooms are carpeted. And one thing you'll notice about this home is we have some pretty large bedrooms. So all bedrooms can definitely fit king size beds with no issues. We've got good closet space. And we have 2 windows, which makes for a well-lit room. All right, so here we have our second bedroom, which is a bit smaller, but still a good size. So to the left, we have our hallway bathroom. Okay, nice, clean, simple finishes. And this closet here would just be our coat closet, I'm assuming. Which is pretty spacious. You could also use that closet for supplies. And then here we have the main bedroom, which, as you see, it's a good size. We've got a total of 4 windows. That allows for a lot of light to come in. And over here, we've got our spacious walk-in closet. And this bedroom has its own full bathroom. It's a pretty big shower there. Okay. Oh, so we've got mirrors everywhere. Okay, let's head to the kitchen and see how this is laid out. So as I mentioned, this would be our family room. It's a pretty large space. And we can have the dining room right here off the kitchen. And as you see here in the kitchen, we have quartz countertops with these white shaker cabinets, electric stove, pretty clean and simple finishes. Dishwasher, so we've got Frigidaire appliances. We've got some storage space up there. And, for additional dining space, we could put some bar stools right here, right under our island. And we've got a pantry, which is always useful. All right, so you could actually build a deck right off this door right here. But I guess the builder didn't choose to go that route, but it's possible. So we've got a nice sizable yard back here. So I'm actually gonna walk out there when we go down into the lower level, which is what I'm gonna do now. So let's head down and let's see what that looks like. Okay, so as you walk down, start off with the first bedroom. Turn some lights on. Okay, so this is just a closet with the meter. Again, we've got a nice sizable bedroom. Good closet space. So let me know down below, so far, we've toured about 80% of the home. What do you think the price on this home is? Put it down below in the comments, and I'm gonna reveal that shortly. And we're also going to discuss what the mortgage is at that price to give you an idea of what costs are looking like these days. So full bathroom, and this bathroom is actually quite large. Okay, so utility closet, that's the HVAC. And this would be where our washer and dryer would go. Okay, second bedroom. Let's see. And this is quite a large one. So this would actually be, I think, the main bedroom for this level. Because I believe so far this is the largest one. Okay, nice and bright. Third bedroom, but before we head there, let's see what we've got here. So we've just got some storage space, a water heater. Good. And this is our sixth and final bedroom. So 3 bedrooms on the top, 3 bedrooms on the bottom. Electrical panel. Let's see. Okay, so we've got an upgraded 200 amp panel, which is good. So the home is going to have the ability to handle high electrical load. So in, a lot of new construction homes these days, 200 amp panels are pretty much the standard. Okay, so we have our kitchen, and it seems like we have more countertop space in this kitchen compared to the kitchen upstairs. I mean, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong. So down here, we've got granite for the countertops. As we can see, similar appliances. And then this would be sort of your living space. So you can have a couch right here, TV up on the wall right there for entertainment, and yeah, pretty good setup. And then we have a door right there which goes out to the back, and we also have a side door. So to come into the home, whoever's living in this space, they don't even have to come in through the front door. The only thing would be figuring out a way to make this more private, because when you're going to have, your TV on and things like that, you probably don't want to disturb people who are going to be occupying the top level. So if I was buying the home, I'll just completely block this off, because it's not needed, quite honestly, because we have an egress right here with the side and also egress with that door, right? Okay, let's check out the yard. You know what, let's go out through the side door, just so you could see what that looks like. Okay, so park the car in the driveway, walk right up into the home. Pretty straightforward. Now, I'm not sure what the size of this lot is. I'll put it up on the screen so you can see. So we've got a lot of room to work with as far as the backyard. So you can build a deck right up there, which would give you access to the yard instead of having to come through the front door and walk in all the way around. Okay, so let's talk price. The price on this home is $589,000. Now, let's go over what the mortgage payments are going to look like at $589,000. And then we'll talk about strategies to bring down that cost by, of course, dividing that amongst multiple people. So at $589,000, we're going to use a 5% down payment, which is going to be $29,450. Got to account for 3% for our closing costs, which is roughly going to be $17,000. So that puts our total cash to purchase this home at around $47,000. To calculate what the payments are going to be, we're going to use a 6% mortgage rate. Now, we were at roughly around 5.875 about a week, 2-3 weeks ago, and rates look like they were gradually coming down. But I believe due to the war and all these geopolitical things that's going on, mortgage rates are back in the sixes. So unfortunately, we're going to have to use a 6% mortgage rate. So it puts the principal and interest at $3,300, taxes $546, insurance $206. So our total monthly mortgage is going to be $4,107 per month. Here's where the actual savings come into play. So let's play a quick scenario. Let's say we had two groups of people living in this home. One group of two on the first level and a second group of two on the lower level. And we took that $4,000 mortgage and we divided that obligation evenly amongst the four people occupying the space. Each person is going to be obligated to contribute about $1,000 each towards the mortgage, in addition to things like utilities and even sharing responsibility in maintaining the home. So if the HVAC breaks down, or if the water heater needs to be replaced, or there's an issue with the roof, that cost gets split amongst everybody instead of one person just picking up the bill. Now, this is just a suggestion. If that sort of setup or lifestyle is not going to work for you, that's fine. This home could also make for a great family home as well, with this being the main area and then the lower level being some sort of an in-law setup or even a recreational space. I'm well aware that this strategy of living with people, house hacking as they call it, living with family members or friends, or buying a home with family members or friends is not for everybody. If this type of living setup doesn't work for you, it just doesn't work for you. And honestly, I would not recommend doing this if you know, based on your personality, you just couldn't live with other people. So I would hate for anybody to force this strategy in the name of saving a couple dollars per month. Because what takes precedence over any monetary savings is your peace of mind. The last thing I would wish is for anyone to get into a situation like this and then months down the line, you realize it's not for you, and then different parties have to move out the home, and it just becomes a whole mess, which could have been avoided from the jump by having that conversation. So this is a strategy that I recommend only for people who have that tight-knit bond with family or friends and who don't mind combining finances to make homeownership more attainable. Now, these types of multi-generational style homes are extremely rare in the state of Maryland. You're not going to find them in abundance. To give you more context, right now in Prince George's County alone, not even in this entire state of Maryland, in Prince George's County alone, there are about 1,500 properties currently for sale. And out of those 1,500 properties, I've combed through every single one of them, and there are only about 3 or 4 types of these homes where you have this sort of separate living setup, and they're all new construction. So I'm actually glad to see builders building homes like these for the modern day buyer, because for a lot of people, buying smarter is a lot more realistic than sitting around waiting on the housing market to crash. Like I said, I've been hearing about this housing crash thing since about 2017, 2018. So I think this is just one of the many ways to get creative when you're shopping for homes. Because one thing I can tell you as a realtor is a lot of times when you're looking for homes, opportunities aren't just going to fall in your lap. Like, you have to go out there and look for these opportunities to see how you can be creative to make homeownership work. So if you're interested in buying a home in Maryland, DC, or Virginia, feel free to reach out to me. Shoot me a text at the number down below in the comments and also in the description box of the video. Hope this was informative, and I'll catch you in the next neighborhood.